with us because, you know, the children are the ones who are suffering. You see what I'm saying? The children are the ones who are suffering.
I'm
And
one. I'm
yeah,
one.
but
Mm-hmm.
we're suffering, but the children are the ones who's going to definitely village down. Like, we can't salvage what we aren't willing to admit, and where we aren't willing to admit that we have been passively. And the reason why I say passively, because it's actively, so to speak, right? She doesn't know because her mother and father did not teach her. And so what is she doing? Passing it down to him. He won't know. So what is he going to do? Impregnate someone, someone from another family, and she does. And that's how you keep the cycle going. You cannot teach your children to master what you have not mastered. And you can't master it if you don't admit it, to seek out where you can do the work and even analyze your barriers to learning. Some people don't understand that it's not enough to sit there and say, well, go to YouTube, watch it, and perform it. That's like one of the
I
dumbest.
tried that.
Let me do something. Here we go. 1 + 1 is, don't answer that question. Let me show you. Here we go. One, matter of fact, let's use a marker so that it's dark enough and people could see. Okay, here we go. Class is in session. 1 + 1 = 2. Good. I just showed you the example. Learn by example, lead by example. That's how learning works.
It doesn't.
Say is lead by example. Well, they learned because they saw me do it. Now, fool, they saw you do it, but they didn't know what to make of it. So they just mirrored what you did. But you didn't tell them what these two were, integers. You didn't tell them they were numbers. You didn't tell them within the operation of math that this is a plus sign and what that plus sign means. Because 1 and 1 could be 11. 1 times 1. You see what I'm saying? So there's a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you get to 2? Oh my God, you showed them visually, but is there another way you can show it kinetically? Oh, here we go. Here, I gave you 1 marker, and here's another marker. You have 2, you have 1 thing you can touch here, 1 thing you can touch here. What is that? That's 2. Well, if I combine it, 1 and 1, don't that look like 11? So it's at 11. And say, nah, with your dumb ass, that ain't 11. 11. So why isn't it 11? Because that little plus sign in the middle of it or to the side of it means that you're adding them, not combining them. You see what I'm saying?
You
And
just
so
got taught. Yep.
frustrated as fuck, beating the shit out of a kid when you don't understand that at the level they have questions for you. You can't teach at that level because no one's tested you to see if you are even a teacher.
You know what they told me? I was not smart enough to teach my children. Like 6 years into homeschooling, and when that thing came and shut everything down, it had everybody.
Keep going. Yes.
It had everybody like in a cahoots, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, it's coming. My help is coming." You know, the community, the village, and everybody was like waiting for normal to come back. And I'm like, y'all, that was our opportunity. Like, that was our opportunity to really teach